What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Into the Zone Sports Talk. Today, I'm joined by the Whitecaps assistant coach, Brendan Shaw. Brendan, how are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all good. Thank you for coming onto the podcast. Today, I'm just going to have some simple questions for you about your coaching career and the Whitecaps. So let's get started. And my first question for you is, what first drew you to coaching, and how did your path lead you to the Whitecaps?
Yeah, good question. And thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
I would say what drew me to coaching was obviously I was a player, a fan, just loved the game and always wanted to stay in it. So as anyone who's a player growing up and loves the game, you just want to find a way to stay in the game. And I feel like my father had a big influence on me because he was a coach in the community. He coached me. He coached a lot of good youth teams when I was growing up. So I was always kind of around the thought of coaching and having discussions with him about it. But aside from him, I also had a lot of other good coaches when I was a player and mentors of mine. So I think that as I got older, and I started quite early, but as I got older and while I was still playing in university, I felt like I wanted to stay on the pitch and even more and start coaching other players while I was playing. So even when I was still playing university, I was going back and coaching with my old youth club.
Yeah.
And that was my first kind of feel of it. And from there, I just kept doing more and more, and suddenly I went from being an assistant coach of a U13 team to head coach of a few teams, and then working the way up and getting more involved. I just had a big passion for coaching suddenly and wanted to take my licenses, wanted to coach at a higher level, and it kind of went from there. But yeah, that was my first initial kind of start in coaching when I was younger.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. And as the assistant coach, what are like key qualities that you guys look for in players? Even the coach, even the head coach. What do you guys look for in the team? What do you look for in the players?
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we look at their technical ability. It wouldn't make sense if
For
we
sure.
didn't. But at the professional level, a big part of it, of course, is the physical side, and the attributes of the speed, strength, power. Endurance. Of course, it depends what position they play. It depends on the style that we're currently playing at, because certain coaches look for certain qualities in different positions. But the physical side, it's a very demanding sport at the end of the day. So you need to have those qualities. And then I think you can also see, even when you're scouting players, the tactical side.
Oh, for sure.
The tactical side, and of course, knowing that whatever team they're on, that coach is asking them to do a certain job that may be different than what you would expect of that player. But you can understand how they take that on, if they're responsible in understanding their role and going out and executing it tactically, and it shows what they're capable of. And then I think the attitude side is huge, and I think we've shown that with the team and the group we have right now at the Whitecaps. Our first team is full of very experienced but very high quality people, not just athletes. And they're good people who are always willing to work, willing to take in information, can keep their emotions in check, but players that are competitive and are good teammates and
That's
can
great.
come to a good culture, because we don't want to bring people who mess with the culture we have. We have such a good culture here,
For sure. Yeah.
with our environment that we've created. So I think those are probably the three biggest pieces: the physical, the tactical, and then the attitude, or
Mental.
exactly.
For sure. Yeah. And can you walk us through just like a normal match day as the assistant coach? What do you guys usually do on the match days? We'll say for a home game. What do you guys usually do?
Of course, by that point in the week, we hope that our jobs and all the information that we've given to the players has already been received. And so we don't want to give much, if at all, any new information to players on the game day. You want that to be the lowest in terms of them learning. They should already know the info by then, with all the work you've done to prepare for that day. So the only changes, I would say, when it comes to the match day is, of course, we step in when we find out the lineup of the other team.
Mm-hmm.
So on a home game day, we have our meeting right as the lineup comes out of the opposition because maybe there's intricacies or small differences in who we expected to play versus
Mm-hmm.
who's actually playing for the other team, and how that may change with what we ask of the players and what the other team presents in challenges and opportunities for us.
Yeah.
So that's when we step in and we show some things. We show some video of the week. We do a team meeting to make sure everyone's on the same page and just reminders. That's usually, like I said, when we get the lineup of the team.
Yeah.
Of course, my job is to prepare the players for the match. So with the warm up, physically making sure they're ready,
Mm-hmm.
mentally making sure they're ready, but also just emotionally knowing and getting them up for the game, motivating them. And then again, if there's certain individuals that need to see certain videos of the opposition, the player they're going up against, if they have questions ready, and being there present to give them any solutions that they may need.
Yeah.
So that's prior to the game. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, during the game, my job is to try to find the opportunities that the other team gives us during the game, but also the strengths of the other team and maybe the threats that they pose.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times looking for trends, not always one-off situations that happen in a game, but if something happens down our left side 4 or 5 times in the first half, then we have to address it. If there's an injury, or even at halftime with video, with speaking with players,
Yeah.
working forward, whether it's tactical things, technical things.
Yeah.
Um, because of course it's small influence you have on the game day. When you compare it to the training week, you have a bit more influence,
Yeah.
still have an influence, and you of course can still impact the game as a coach during the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and finding the interventions to help the players,
Yeah.
but also integrating with the staff about potential substitutions and potential changes to our shape,
Mm-hmm.
uh, potential changes to the way we play and our strategy as the game unfolds.
Mm-hmm.
Because the nice thing about soccer is it's impossible to play the same game, uh, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
twice.
for sure.
So every game's different.
It's
Every game
different.
has different problems, and we have
Yeah.
to be there to do our best to help the players and find solutions to give them the best chance to do their job on the pitch and hopefully come with a result at the end of the day. So
100%. Yeah, for sure. And because it's Jesper's first year with the Whitecaps, how has he been and how has the work been with him, the training sessions, getting to know everybody? How has he been?
yeah, Jesper, he's a candidate for Coach of
Coach
the
of the
Year.
year, coach of the year.
So not bad for a coach's first year.
Yeah.
No, I think he's been great. He came into a brand new environment. The MLS
Hmm.
is a very different league than where he was used to in Europe, and different staff, different players. And as the years gone on, he has. I think he's done a fantastic job, not only with the preparation of the team to go out and perform,
Hmm.
but also he's given us as a staff a good clarity and a freshness to so that we can go out and do our jobs. Where he's given us duties to do and fulfill,
Yeah.
and at the same time trust us to do those jobs. So
Hmm.
he's not the one and only person running every exercise in a training week. He's done a good job to delegate, and so we all know our roles, and we go out and execute it. But he's been a great to work with, a very knowledgeable guy of the game, and another great human off the field
Yeah.
too. A great person who you can have great chats with, and it's very personable. And as you've seen probably through, his media and things like this, he's a great guy. So it's been great so far.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and I believe that just even from the start of the season, from watching every game, he has different tactics, especially from coming from Europe. They play differently, and from watching the different coaches that the Whitecaps have had, he plays differently. He likes to play, the short passes, play back from the defense. But yeah, even Coach of the Year for his first year, incredible. He's been doing amazing stuff with the team, and hopefully he keeps going. We keep going, and yeah, he's been a great coach for us.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally
And
agree.
for you, what has been your most memorable memory with the Whitecaps?
Oof.
Just
That
any game,
yeah,
like even a player, like a memorable player,
yeah.
just
There's a lot of
anything.
good memories, so
Yeah.
it's hard to pick into one. But
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, even this year alone,
Yeah.
there's been so many great memories and
For
records
sure.
broken, and we've had a fantastic season so far.
Hmm.
But I think the most memorable was probably the home game against Miami, I'd have to
Yeah.
say, in the
Oh yeah.
Champions League.
Champions Cup. Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was the first leg, and the stadium, it was such a buzz with the
Crazy.
place packed. It was,
Yeah.
you don't see it like that often, and everyone was behind us too. Sometimes you think when Miami comes to a city and you watch
Yeah.
some games and everyone supports Miami, but we felt the support right away
It's
from the
crazy.
whistle, and
Yeah.
it was to get the result, but also the way we did it and the confidence we went about in doing it, and to get that extra goal at the end to really set us up to do well in the second leg
Yeah.
and push on to the final was a great memory. I'll always remember because of how well we played, but also just the overall atmosphere and the experience. It's one
Yeah.
that you don't come across very often, right? So
I would probably say that was my favorite memory as well because from watching the Whitecaps for so long, and then you go to a game, well, not even that Miami's coming here to, and Messi, just looking around the stadium to see that many Whitecaps fans was like, what the heck is happening? Like, this is crazy. But oh, it was an amazing night, especially that we got that result. But
yeah,
it was
it's a
amazing.
moment where you're just thinking back to the time when, I've like you have watched the club
Yeah,
grow from so fast over the last few years, and
yeah,
one we're like, wow, we're really here, and the whole
yeah.
city is behind us, and you're in this moment. It was great.
It was amazing. Yeah. And another question is about Thomas Muller, bringing him in to Vancouver. How has his game and mentality helped the team in the locker room, on the field?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's helped us a lot,
Yeah.
immensely, and we were already on a great path before he came.
Hmm.
But I think he's really pushed us over the edge. Of course, you see on the field the extra quality he has with
Yeah.
the goal in Orlando at the last second.
Yeah.
Special moments where you need special actions and special players in that final third where you're pushing, you get chance after chance,
Yeah.
where he brings that final third quality, that's really helped push us over the edge and get results. So on the field, he's been immense, but also off the field, he's of course with his experience. Being a great leader for other players. When Ryan Gauld's not on the pitch, he's our captain.
Yeah.
He's great for our young players and their development. He's
Hmm.
great for the attitude and approach of training every day
Hmm.
and setting the tone of professionalism. We have a very, very experienced group, but I feel like having him in has really helped, you know, give the group confidence and push them further and even more ambitious than they were before. It's an ambitious group, but a group that wants to push for every record, every trophy that we can win. And yeah, he's really helped so far as a mature leader off the field.
Yeah.
Just a great mind of the game. His football IQ is very high. So yeah, he's been a great
Yeah.
signing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And with traveling with the team, what stadium would you think is the most has the toughest atmosphere
In MLS or
in MLS? Yeah, we'll
in
say
MLS, yeah,
MLS.
because there's some crazy ones in
Yeah,
Mexico
in
and Costa
Mexico when you
Rica
guys
too.
went. Yeah, we'll say
Yeah,
MLS.
yeah,
Yeah,
MLS. In MLS, I would say, ooh, that's a good question. I would have to say, from my experience, because we don't play all the Eastern Conference teams,
yeah, yeah.
but I think whenever we go to Portland,
Portland. Yeah,
it's a great atmosphere.
Cascadia. Yeah,
We also have great moments there because it's a rivalry. We've
yeah.
had some great results over the years there.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're always up for it. I think they create a good atmosphere before the game.
For sure.
I remember our playoff game, our wild card game last
Last
season.
year. Yeah, crazy.
We won 5-0, but I think the fans were in the stadium like an hour before the match
Yeah,
watching a warm up, and it's a real football city, just like Vancouver is, and
yeah,
so yeah, it gets very loud in there. So
for sure. Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. And just some fun questions for you. Who would you think is the funniest player in on the team, training during games? Just makes everybody laugh.
For
Would you?
me, yeah, it's an easy one. It's Edier Ocampo.
Ocampo for sure. I knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming, huh?
I knew it. Yeah.
He's so energetic.
Yeah.
He always comes in so happy, so lively.
Yeah.
So he's great for, of course, on the field. He's had a huge impact this year, but
Oh
off
yeah.
the field, he's always got guys smiling
Yeah.
and laughing and buzzing. So even when it's in Spanish and I only
Nobody
know,
understands him. Yeah.
but it's still funny, you know, and
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah.
Great guy. And who would you say is the most hardworking and locked in? Always. Always got their headphones on.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty focused and
Yeah.
locked in, but I think just seeing especially consistency when you
Hmm.
talk about that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it's Sebastian Berhalter. He's,
Berhalter.
you
Yeah.
know, I came in as a assistant with the first team from the second team in
Hmm.
2023,
Hmm.
and before that I was with the second team, and over the last, 2, 3, 4 years
Hmm.
see him every day. Not a day goes by where he takes a day off.
Yeah.
His training habits, his attitude, his approach, his recovery, his preparation. It's a high standard and
Hmm.
one of the best I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For
You
oh,
see
for
it
sure.
this year with his on-field play,
Yeah.
how he has grown in and become
One.
such an integral part for us.
I think every single game that I've gone to, the games that he's played fantastic. I always say to myself like he's been the best player for us this year. 100 even just from watching him, 100%. He's been the best player for us this year just the way he passes the ball. Some of his goals this year were amazing too, you have to say.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I'm just really happy to see
Bangers.
how much he's grown. Sorry.
He only scored bangers.
Only bangers. That's it. That's all he scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last question for you is what is your prediction for this round? What do you
Prediction,
say?
us against Dallas.
Against Dallas, what do you say?
I hope we win. I would like to, we always prepare the team in hopes that we go for it and we win.
Yep.
And we try to win it in 2 games. That's the
Yep.
goal always. So,
For sure.
yeah, if I were to predict it, we win it in two.
For
That's
sure.
hopefully the motto. And if not, then we go for three. But
Perfect.
yeah, the guys have been training great and there's a real good buzz and good feeling around the
That's
group.
great.
So
That's
we're all
great.
heading into it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, Brendan. It was a pleasure to have you on the podcast. And make sure you guys tune in to Sunday, Whitecaps versus Dallas. And I'll see you there.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Brendan. See you. Bye,
See
guys.
you.